it do, y'all? This is Chris Evans, and this is Talking Data and More. And as you could see from the hair, it is growing out still, and I'm starting to look like the Fonz from Happy Days. Hey! Hey! And also, as you can see, the colorful nails.
You should look good.
Again, when you have daughters that are as young as mine, sometimes you often have to keep them busy. And I guess this is the best way a father can do it. Well, I want to thank you all for taking the time and checking out Talking Data and More. Again, this is Chris Evans. Today, I wanted to take the time to talk to you all about something that is very critical and important to any business that's doing business with another business. And that's got to be definitely not B2K. What I'm talking about today is business to business integration, or some may know it as B2Bi. You know, I think B2Bi is often overlooked and not really zeroed in on. And comes with the old saying, right? Hey, if it's not broke, why fix it? If it ain't broke, don't fiddle with it. Well, I wanted to take the time and create a vlog to talk about the importance of, B2Bi and why we should zero in on, B2Bi. Because ultimately, if you don't know how, or if you're not looking ways to improve your B2Bi, you're ultimately affecting your overall business or the company you work with. And why so? If you take the time to zero in on your B2Bi process today, ultimately it's going to help achieve four major points. One, supply chain. Very important to especially any company that's within the manufacturing, right? Very important. Two, ultimately giving you visibility within the process. Hey, where is my order today, right? Has it been shipped? Has the invoice been paid, right? Providing that visibility is very important, because why? Three, it's going to help build that customer loyalty. Whether you're doing business with another business, if you're able to do it quicker, faster, securely, efficiently, you're going to build that loyalty. And also it's going to build, if you're also selling to customers, it's going to help build loyalty to your customers, because you're able to quickly buy the goods you need to maybe manufacture to sell your products to the customer faster. Very important, building customer loyalty. And ultimately, the biggest one that everybody loves, right? Growing revenue.
Show me the money.
Very important and critical. And again, that's why I think B2Bi is often overlooked, because it's working, right? It's there. And I'm sure many of you are like, really, Chris, again, you're going to talk about and want me to reevaluate and start another data integration project? Well, if you looked at those 4 points, ultimately it's going to pay for itself, right? And when you're looking at B2Bi, the great thing though about B2Bi, a lot of it has not changed, right? And that's because of EDI. No. I'm not talking about EDM. That music is not played in this house. I'm sorry, not happening. No, what I'm talking about, EDI, and EDI stands for the Electronic Data Interchange, right? And I'm not talking about the process, I will get there. What I'm talking about is the standardization of the formatting of EDI. Because there's been standards around how you send a purchase order, how you send an invoice, ultimately made consuming the data a lot quicker and faster and easier, because you already know the standards, right? And if you're an insurance company, you're utilizing Accord, standardization within those files that are coming in. Or maybe you are in retail utilizing X12. Again, standardization around the formats. So ultimately, don't get scared of reevaluating and updating your B2Bi, because at least the great thing about it, the standards are already put in place. Now, when you're looking at your B2Bi, right, you want to look at the process as well. So as I mentioned, the standardization of how data is coming in is not ultimately changed. The way EDI is done kind of has. And I say kind of because for two main reasons. One, to how businesses are doing business with others, there's two major ways where you're really exchanging that data. And this is a way that's kind of I see, and as I talk to some of my peers and some of my customers, it's kind of going away, and that's the vans, right? What is a van? It's not the Scooby-Doo van. No, what it is a valued added network, or some call it value added partner. Basically, what they are nothing more than that third party, and they're able to help process all that data for you, right? Now, I say that they're slowly going away. They're still there. I ultimately know a lot of companies and customers that are still using them, but the reason why I say they're going away, because as I discussed in my last video, the importance of data integration, companies are looking to be quicker, faster, right? To ultimately do that, you need to have that point-to-point or direct connection, right? Companies need that point-to-point direct connection. And that is another way where you're able to set up your B2Bi, right? And where you can exchange the data with your businesses that you're doing business with. And that's something many companies are doing today, so that they're able to quickly exchange the data, so that I'm able to buy the goods that I need from you if you're company A, so I can receive them in a timely manner to either produce my own product to sell to customers, right? So it's very important, and I see more and more customers or more businesses are using that direct point-to-point connection. But also, as I discussed and talked about in my prior video on the importance of data integration, I brought up the fax machine, right? You know, that was a way businesses ultimately did business, by exchanging a purchase order, by exchanging an advanced ship notice, an acknowledgement, and an invoice. But we've now seen that has evolved and changed. You know, still companies, there are a subset of companies still using the fax, but we moved away and started to use, you know, sending data by email, right? We've ultimately moved away and sending data directly, and when we're doing the point-to-point through an SFTP, you know, maybe an S3 bucket, a way just to drop the data that's there, and that other business is kind of monitoring the data. But what the biggest one that I say that ultimately will provide you the speed, the security, is your APIs. When you're reevaluating and you're zeroing in on your B2Bi, look at APIs. And I say that too because the APIs will provide that security, the way to exchange the data quicker and faster with the business you're doing business with. And ultimately, that's going to drive that customer loyalty. If I'm doing business with you and you're able to make it easier for me and securely and faster, so that I can notify that I'm going to receive an order from you, I'm going to receive a payment, and vice versa, that is going to be ultimately a game changer. So, and we're starting to see that too with these new solutions coming out that are directly just for more on the procurement side, and ultimately at the back end is nothing more than an API. And I'm not going to geek out on you. But again, when you're zeroing in on your B2Bi, you know, really look at APIs as the strategy as you go in. Because I promise you, providing that direct or point-to-point connection is going to, like I mentioned, help with supply chain. 2, it's going to help better provide visibility within the process. 3, build that customer loyalty. And the biggest one, 4, drive and grow your revenue. Very important, right? Well, I just want to thank you all for taking the time and checking out this video, zeroing in your B2Bi. Again, I'm Chris Evans, and this is Talking Data and More, and I hope to see you all on my next video. Take care. Bye.